So today I thought I'd do a short video on sniping and some tactics that I've learnt along the way from experience in Planetside 2. And this is definitely not expert tips, but if you want to get better at sniping, these are some tips that I've learnt from people in Planetside 2 and from just general experience. So firstly is basically you need to know what's happening around you. I know many times I have been caught out by people sneaking up behind me. Of course that's going to happen, but you need to find places where you can feel confident and safe a bit. But also one of the main thing is to keep moving. In this clip here I didn't move and I got about 4 kills and they were onto me. So that's basically the first tip. So the second tip is positioning, and in sniping this is very important because if you don't get your position right, you'll either be seen and shot down, or you won't get any kills at all. And you don't want to be too close to a fight, and you don't want to be too far away. So you can see here I'm quite far away, and the enemy is retreating, attacking the next base, and I've drop potted in, and I'm seeing if I can get any of the remaining people here. And what's happening here is I'm pretty far away, so it's hard to get a shot, and I almost get a headshot there, but I don't manage to get it. But positioning is definitely important, and when considering sniping you definitely need to make sure you're in the right position. For example, cliff tops like this are really good as long as you're careful of people spotting you and enemy fire and stuff like that. As you can see here, one of the people has spotted me and now I'm being shot at. Luckily I can retreat before I completely die, and I send out a motion detect device, and this is very important also to know where your enemies are coming from. And as you can see here, there's a sniper that is shooting at me, and he's got a semi-automatic rifle, and I can see where he's coming from. I pull back, cloak, and then aim him, and then uncloak, so he hasn't got any time, and I get the headshot luckily. So in this final clip, third and final clip here, I have drop potted in and managed to get into a tree, and this is quite a convenient tree because there are a lot of limbs that I can climb on, and these trees are one of the best places you can get, because pretty much the number one tip for Planetside 2 is enemies never look up. Unless they're very smart and stuff, they will not see you unless they see your fire or see the people dying around them, but they never look up. And this can be taken to your advantage. So you can see here I'm keeping my fire and holding back so I don't draw attention to myself, but this is important because otherwise if you're just randomly having shots at people, you will draw attention and you'll likely be spotted. And this is called suppressive fire, and well, it's not really, that's more with LMGs and stuff, but keeping your fire to a minimum is definitely important, and choosing your shots is important as well. And as you can see here, I'm moving a tiny bit so they don't get the drop on me and find me that easily. And I think here I've got about 4 or 5 kills so far, and the enemy hasn't spotted me. This is because every time I take a shot I cloak, they can't see me, any spots on me disappear, and I regroup and try and find the next easy kill. Especially people are stopped, they're very easy. course, you're gonna have to go for moving targets in the game, but I like, if it's an easy fight like this, just taking your time and making sure you can get those easy headshots. So in recap, basically know your surroundings and keep on the move always. Use positioning such as trees and rocks to hide your position and get easy shots on people. Using recon darts and using your cloak effectively, and using cover such as trees, as I said before, and keep your fire to a minimum, and always take your time with your shots, because headshots always matter in this game.